What if you could organize your entire paycheck using just three numbers: 50, 30, and 20? No complicated spreadsheets, no tracking every single coffee, just three simple percentages that can completely change the way you manage your money. Imagine you receive a $4,000 monthly paycheck. Before you know it, the money starts disappearing. Rent takes a huge chunk, groceries cost more than expected, subscriptions renew automatically, you order food, go shopping, and suddenly you're wondering, where did all my money go? This is exactly why budgeting feels difficult for so many people. But what if your paycheck had a simple job description before you even spent it? That's where the 50-30-20 rule comes in. The idea is simple. You divide your after-tax income into three categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt payments. Think of your paycheck like a pizza. Instead of eating the entire pizza and wondering what happened later, you divide it before you start eating. The first 50% goes toward things you actually need to live. This includes housing, groceries, utilities, basic transportation, insurance, and other essential expenses. If you bring home $4,000 a month, around $2,000 would be your needs budget. These are expenses that are difficult to avoid because they keep your basic life running. But here's where things get interesting. Not everything you spend money on is a need. That's where the next 30% comes in: wants. Wants are the things that make life more enjoyable, but aren't essential for survival. Restaurants, entertainment, shopping, vacations, expensive subscriptions, hobbies, and that coffee you buy because you really want it can fall into this category. With a $4,000 monthly income, you'd have about $1,200 for these things. And this is important. The 50-30-20 rule doesn't tell you to stop enjoying your life. In fact, it gives you permission to spend on things you enjoy as long as they fit inside the plan. Now we reach the most important 20%, your financial future. This portion goes towards savings, investments, and paying down debt. With a $4,000 paycheck, that's $800 every month. You could use part of it to build an emergency fund, invest for retirement, or pay down high-interest debt. Think about what happens when you consistently put $800 towards your future. In 1 year, that's $9,600 before considering any investment growth. Suddenly, your financial future isn't something you're just hoping for. You're actively building it. But there's a problem. What if your needs already consume more than 50% of your income? Maybe your rent is expensive. Maybe you're supporting a family. Maybe inflation has increased your grocery and transportation costs. Does that mean the 50-30-20 rule doesn't work for you? Not necessarily. Remember, this is a guideline, not a law. Your percentages can change depending on your situation. You might temporarily use 60% for needs, 20% for wants, and 20% for savings. Or maybe you're aggressively paying off debt and decide to reduce your wants to 20% so you can put 20% or more toward your financial goals. The real power of the 50-30-20 rule isn't the exact percentages. It's the mindset behind them. Before spending your paycheck, you decide where your money should go. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" you start asking, "Does this fit my budget?" That's a completely different way of thinking. One question focuses on whether you have enough money today. The other focuses on whether your spending supports the future you want. And here's another trick. Automate the 20%. Don't wait until the end of the month to see what's left, because if you wait until the end, there may be nothing left. Set up an automatic transfer to your savings or investment account when your paycheck arrives. Pay your future self first, then spend what's available. Let's make this extremely simple. If you earn $4,000 after taxes, think $2,000 for needs, $1,200 for wants, and $800 for your future. If you earn $3,000, that's roughly $1,500 for needs, $900 for wants, and $600 for savings or debt. And if you earn $5,000, that's about $2,500 for needs, $1,500 for wants, and $1,000 toward your financial future. The goal isn't to create a perfect budget. The goal is to stop your money from disappearing without a plan. Because money without a plan gets spent. Money with a plan gets directed toward your goals. So the next time your paycheck arrives, don't immediately ask yourself what you can buy. Ask yourself where every dollar should go. Give 50% a job, give 30% a job, and give 20% a job. And remember, the 50-30-20 rule isn't about restricting your life. It's about creating balance between enjoying today and protecting tomorrow. Your paycheck is more than money. It's a tool. And when you learn how to control that tool, you stop wondering where your money went and start deciding where your money will take you. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more simple lessons on personal finance, investing, money psychology, and building long-term wealth.